What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I've been spending some time with this one over the last several days, and even though it wasn't my favorite and the one I rated the highest in the unboxing haul video, I've been spending quite a bit of time and enjoying North Stag's Expression Collection. This is number one, is I believe how you say that. This is a Bvlgari Tygar clone from Paris Corner, and got some thoughts to share on this one. Now, this was sent my way by the good folks over at Aroma Concepts. There's a link and code down below if you want to check them out. Obviously, it has nothing to do with what I'm going to think about the fragrance, but I had to let you guys know. Let's get into this. Stay tuned. So I will say the note breakdown on the website is inaccurate from what's on the box. Now, I don't have the box anymore. I threw it away. You can always take a look at my First Impressions unboxing video where I looked at all four in the collection, which are right over my shoulder, the other three. It's citruses, woods, ambroxan, and I believe that that was all that was listed. But it's a spicy citrus, woody, fresh ambroxan, really gives it some pop and some push. Give it a little spritz on the hand. I love smelling this one, I have to say. So the elephant in the room that I'm going to get asked about is it the best? Is it better than this one? Is it better than that one? So I haven't smelled all of the Bvlgari Tygar clones. I have a carded sample of Bvlgari Tygar. I do plan on getting a bottle of Bvlgari Tygar this year at the recording of this video. I will have it before the calendar year ends, probably by summertime. I'll have a full bottle because the clones are great, but none of them are the actual real deal. This is really stout up front. We'll talk about performance in a little bit. So as far as the elephant in the room, I do like this more than Afnan's Tarathi Blue. I do like this more than Rubroka's Theorem, which that's a little bit more airy and watery, kind of like a fresher take. This is closer to what Tarathi Blue is, but this has more just overall presence to it in the top. Now, I have not tried Black Panther from Alexandria. I know I'll be asked about that, and a litany of other potential names are going to come up in the comment section, I'm sure. That's the ones I'm familiar with, is the original. I haven't tried the Spirit of Kings version, Arrakis, however you say. I haven't tried Suspiro's Vibrato. Heard that's phenomenal. Haven't tried any of those, but the ones I do have experience with, this is not going to say head and shoulders better than to me, but better than for sure. So it's a very simplistic scent profile. It's got that synthetic nature to it with the ambroxan. It's got this fresh metallic feel to it. Warm woods, a little spiced, and very citric, mostly grapefruit. It's like a warm, zesty grapefruit is what you'll get from this one. And like I said, a lot of presence. It doesn't overwhelm me, but it does come across much stronger to me than the other ones that I have. And they're no slouches, especially Tarathi Blue. I get great performance out of Tarathi Blue. Like I said, we'll cover performance in a little bit, but as far as the smell, it's a simple fragrance. It's very straightforward, just like all the other fragrances that smell like Bvlgari Tygar. But of what I've tried, this is easily my favorite. Like I said, the presence of this one, and it comes across as a little bit more realistic with the grapefruit to me, this spiced grapefruit smell, and it's warm and ambery. Like, there's a richness to this fragrance that I find lacks a little bit from the others that I have. So for me, it smells amazing. As far as accuracy to the original, I would say it's in that 90-95% range. I feel like there's more ambroxan here than there is in regular Bvlgari Tygar, though there's still ambroxan in that one. It's not as, prominent, I would say, as it is here. So I'm going to call it like 90% accurate to the original. Now, as far as performance, the longevity was right above average to 6 to 8 hour range. I'm really getting like 7-8 hours range of longevity. Now, I do get some nose blind, nose fatigue, a little bit of olfactive issues with this one because of the ambroxan, as I'm sure a lot of people will. Ambroxan, it's a sensitivity thing. But that does subside after a few hours, and then it comes back. So it really falls in that 7 to 8 hour range for me, but I'm comfortably going to say 6 to 8 hours longevity. Some people may get more, and I might actually get more. But the olfactive fatigue is a real problem here. But the projection is real hefty up front. If you're the heavy spray type, you're going to wear out to this one fast because it can be overwhelming if you spray it heavy. I've only been doing 4 to 5 sprays, and it's crazy strong for me. I would say it's on the heavy side of projection for about an hour and a half solid. So I would say anywhere from 1 to 2 hours heavy projection. And the sillage is on the moderate side because it does, and I would say for the majority of the time, because the reason I'm able to say it's moderate because it does fade and get weaker, though I can still smell it a little bit here and there, you know, in the 3-4 hour mark. But then when we get in the latter stages of 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in, the olfactive fatigue kind of wears off a little bit, and my sensitivity to the fragrance comes back to me, and I'm able to smell it a lot stronger than I was kind of the mid-level range of the life on my skin. So like the latter portion is stronger to me than the mid portion of its life on my skin, if that makes any sense, because my nose starts to kind of come back to life to it. But that first hour, man, because it does take me a little longer to wear out to this one than it does something like a Dior Sauvage or Praline Rosa Carbon. Those are even more ambroxan than this is. But across the board, this is above average to bordering beastly in the projection category early on. So you heavy sprayers that want attention, congratulations, this fragrance is built for you. Final thoughts on North Stag Expressions number 1, basically. Whatever. I think this is a great interpretation for the money. Again, I haven't tried a lot of niche interpretations out there aside from Bvlgari's original, which I have tried, and I have some of the other affordable options that are a little bit more affordable than this one, but this one is better than the ones you can get in the 30 some odd dollar range, Tarothi Blue and Rubrochum Theorem. To me, this is better. I think this is worth spending the $50, $60 range that this is going for currently, because it just smells that good and the performance is there, and I know it's important to a lot of people. Love the presentations. I don't like this mirrored jewel in the cap, but aside from that, the bottles are hefty, transparent glass, good atomizers. I do appreciate what they're doing here. Paris Corner really stepped it up a lot last year, and it's continuing on into here. So with that said, I'm going to call this an 8.5 out of 10. Great fragrance. I want to give it outstanding, but not quite. See, I got overzealous with Tarothi Blue, for those of you that saw that review a year and a half, 2 years ago when I did that, because it was my first real experience into the scent profile. So I was over the moon, just, oh, this is amazing, love the grapefruit, and I think I gave it a 9. If I was to revisit that, it would fall to 8.5 great where this is. I kind of rate them kind of in the same category because ever since I've experienced a few more offerings that smell like Tygar, they're all kind of in the same vein, with this just being slightly better to me. And then I've smelled actual Tygar to where it's like, wow, that's head and shoulders better than all the clones in quality to me. Even though it has synthetics, it still smells much better to me. So that's where I fall with this, with an 8.5 out of 10 great. I think it's absolutely worth checking out. I would recommend this one over Tarothi Blue. Well, that is my thoughts and feelings on one of the newest releases from Paris Corner in their North Stag Expressions collection. And thank you again, Aroma Concepts, for sending this my way. I have been enjoying wearing this one. I mean, I'm going to be enjoying this the rest of the day. I'm not going to wash that off my hand. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you tried this one already? Look, it's super redundant if you have other fragrances that smell like Tygar. I wouldn't advise you getting it just to get it and have more fragrances that smell exactly the same. But if you don't have a Tygar clone and you value my opinion, I don't know how easy it would be to sample this. I don't know of samples out there, but if you're getting risky with blind buys, you're going to spend a little bit more than something like Tarothi Blue, and look, you'll still be fine with Tarothi Blue. It's still a really, really good fragrance. But personally, I do prefer this one a little bit more. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on this and you give it a spray now, there's a pretty good chance you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.